while Boeing continues to battle a storm of crises. Airbus seems to be quietly preparing the move that could change everything. A move so bold, it might just deal a decisive blow to its greatest American rival. According to several industry sources, Airbus has begun work on something that could rewrite aviation as we know it, a new long-range aircraft rumored to be called the Airbus A390. It's said to build upon the legacy of the A380, the king of the skies, but this time, it's being designed to directly take on Boeing's crown jewel, the 777X. So, what makes this mysterious jet so powerful? Why do some experts think it could end Boeing's dominance once and for all? Let's find out. Airbus is taking a massive gamble. But if this works, it could completely rewrite the rules of modern aviation. Launching a new wide-body aircraft isn't just a matter of engineering. It's a game of global strategy, timing, and risk that can cost over $15 billion before a single passenger ever steps on board. So what's driving Airbus to take this leap again after the painful lessons of the A380? It all starts with demand. When the A380 was unveiled, Airbus imagined a future filled with giant planes connecting the world's biggest airports hub to hub, carrying 800 passengers at a time. But the market had other ideas. Airlines were moving towards smaller, more efficient jets flying directly from point to point. The A380, magnificent as it was, suddenly became a relic, too big, too heavy, and far too expensive to operate. Only 144 airports worldwide could handle it, which meant fewer routes, more complications, and enormous maintenance bills. Even its engines were outdated, making the aircraft less efficient with every passing year. In 2021, Airbus finally pulled the plug on the A380 program, and with that, left a massive hole in its lineup. Boeing wasted no time filling that void with the 787-9, the 787-10, and the upcoming 777X, a powerful trio that gave airlines flexibility, range, and efficiency. Airbus, meanwhile, was left relying almost entirely on the A350 compete, but Airbus isn't the type to stay quiet forever. The demand for long-haul fuel-efficient jets is rising again. In the next decade, hundreds of older A330s and 777s will be retired, and airlines will be searching for replacements that are not only efficient but future-ready, designed for sustainable aviation, fuel, and even hydrogen power. That's where the A390 could come in. Airbus has reportedly been in talks with key airline partners, including Emirates, to bring back the concept of a large long-haul aircraft, but built smarter this time. When Emirates President Sir Tim Clark asked Airbus to consider a next-generation A380, Airbus estimated the project would cost over $20 billion. Surprisingly, Clark didn't even flinch. He agreed. That single moment may have reignited the idea of a superplane, but one that finally makes sense for the 2030s, unlike the A380. The A390 won't be chasing size for the sake of spectacle. This will be a single-deck, wide-body giant capable of carrying between 400 and 450 passengers, depending on configuration, slightly above Boeing's 777X capacity, but within realistic operational limits, its range. A staggering 11,780 miles, or over 18,400 kilometers. That's enough to fly non-stop between New York and Sydney, or London and Auckland routes, that even Boeing's 777-9 and 777-8 would struggle to match. Range and capacity are just the beginning. Airbus has learned from every misstep of the A380. This time, the A390 will be airport-friendly, able to operate from almost any major international airport without expensive runway modifications. That instantly gives it a huge operational advantage over its predecessor. And while some early rumors claimed Airbus was exploring a triple-deck concept, that's been completely dismissed. Adding more decks means more weight, more drag, and more fuel burn. The exact issues that doomed the A380, Airbus isn't making that mistake twice. Instead, they're focusing on smart efficiency. The A390 will reportedly use next-generation composite materials, lighter, stronger, and more resilient than anything Airbus has built before. That means lower fuel consumption, reduced carbon emissions, and less wear and tear over time. And the real magic lies in its engines. Airbus is working closely with Rolls-Royce, which plans to power the jet using its groundbreaking UltraFan engine, the same project that's been making headlines for nearly a decade. The UltraFan is designed to deliver up to 25% better fuel efficiency compared to current generation engines, a leap that could save airlines millions of dollars per aircraft. Per year. Combined with advanced aerodynamics and cleaner fuel systems, the A390 could become one of the most eco-efficient aircraft ever built. Airbus wants to redefine what long-haul luxury feels like. The A390's cabin will be spacious, quiet, and drenched in natural light. Expect larger panoramic windows, whisper-silent noise insulation, and a smart LED lighting system that adjusts automatically to time zones, helping passengers beat jet lag on ultra-long routes. The air quality will be exceptional, too, with a next-gen filtration system maintaining perfect humidity and pressure levels to reduce fatigue. And just like the legendary A380, the A390 will double as a brand icon for airlines. Its cabin layout will be highly customizable, from ultra-premium first-class suites and onboard bars to flexible seating and private lounges. Airbus knows that in the age of social media, passengers don't just want to fly, they want an experience worth sharing. But here's where things get even more advanced. The cockpit, the A390, will push aviation tech into an entirely new era. Augmented reality displays will overlay navigation and weather data directly onto the pilot's view. Artificial intelligence and machine learning will process live sensor data during flight, automatically adjusting performance, trim, and systems for maximum safety and efficiency. It's not science fiction. It's the logical next step in Airbus fly-by-wire evolution. The result? Smoother flights, less pilot workload, and a level of safety automation that sets a new benchmark for the industry. Connectivity will also reach new heights. Passengers will enjoy full broadband internet at 40,000 feet, allowing live video calls, HD streaming, and even virtual meetings from the sky. Business travelers will love it. And beyond all of this, the A390 is being built as a future-proof platform, designed from day one to transition into hybrid electric and hydrogen propulsion systems. Airbus is preparing for a world where zero-IM mission flight isn't a dream. It's a standard. The timing couldn't be more critical. While Airbus charges forward, Boeing is in a defensive position. The 777X, Boeing's Great Hope, is already more than 5 years behind schedule, and its certification delays have hit airlines like Emirates and Lufthansa hard. Meanwhile, Boeing is still entangled in multiple crises, from certification issues with the 737 MAX 7 and 10 to growing scrutiny from regulators and the public. Every new setback chips away at trust, and recent incidents, including a deadly 787 crash involving Air India, have only deepened concerns about Boeing's quality control. Simply put, Boeing doesn't have the bandwidth right now to counter a new Airbus offensive. If Airbus plays its cards right, the A390 could catch Boeing completely off guard, entering the market at a time when Boeing is just trying to survive. But this isn't just about Boeing and Airbus anymore. The global landscape is shifting. In China, COMAC is rising with the C919 and the upcoming C929 and DC939, jets meant to challenge Western dominance. In Russia, the MC-21 project by United Aircraft Corporation is advancing quickly, using cutting-edge aerodynamics and materials that rival those of Airbus and Boeing. In this new age of competition, Airbus needs more than just a new plane. It needs a statement of dominance. And the A390 might be exactly that. It's a bold move, but one that combines everything Airbus has learned over decades: proven technology, efficient manufacturing, a global supply network, and deep partnerships with airlines that trust its vision. Because in modern aviation, airlines aren't just looking to fly farther, they want to fly smarter. They need efficiency, lower operating costs, and an unforgettable passenger experience. And that's exactly what the A390 promises. It's not just another jet, it's a vision of the future, a symbol of ambition, innovation, and a reminder that in the race for the skies, only those who dare to evolve will stay ahead. So what do you think? Is the Airbus A390 the aircraft that will finally dethrone Boeing? Or will history repeat itself once more? Let me know in the comments, and if you're still watching, thank you for being part of this journey. We're on the road to 70,000 subscribers, and every single one of you helps make this channel soar higher every day. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and stay tuned for the next deep dive into the future of aviation. Until next time, stay safe and keep your eyes on the skies. While Boeing is still struggling with a slew of issues lately, Airbus has shaken the entire industry with reports that it is planning what could be a decisive blow against its biggest U.S. rival. According to sources, Airbus is quietly working on the development of a new aircraft called the Airbus A390, an aircraft based on the A380 platform and expected to directly compete with the Boeing 77X. So, why could this new jet defeat Boeing? And how might it redefine the future of aviation? Let's find out. Airbus is placing a bold bet, and if it succeeds, it could rewrite the rules of modern aviation. Launching a new wide-body aircraft is never a simple task. It's a high-stakes equation, blending cutting, engineering, global strategy, and tens of billions of dollars in financial risk. So what's driving Airbus, the European aerospace giant, to take this leap? The first and most crucial factor: market demand. Does the world really need a huge aircraft like the A380? When Airbus launched the A380, the so-called king of the skies, it had hoped to dominate long-haul high-density routes. But instead of glory, it became a symbol of strategic mistake. Too big, too expensive, and too limited. Only 144 airports worldwide could accommodate it, causing airline scheduling headaches and soaring operational costs. Outdated engines only made things worse. To top it off, the A380 arrived just as the industry was shifting from hub to point-to-point operations. A plane built for yesterday's model quickly became obsolete in today's world. And when Airbus pulled the plug on the A380, it left a significant gap in its wide-body long-haul segment. One Boeing eagerly filled with the 787-9, 787-10, and the soon-to-launch 77X, and Airbus just left with only the A350 to hold the line. The second factor: massive investment and the need for returns. A new aircraft program could cost as much as $15 billion. Airbus can only justify such a risk if the potential market is big enough, at least 400 orders, to recover R&D and production costs. But there is always a solution to every problem. When Sir Tim Clark asked Airbus for a new version of the A380, Airbus said it would require over $20 billion in investment. And surprisingly, Clark agreed without hesitation. Now, with a replacement for the A380, the equation is solved. But the pressure isn't just financial. Environmental regulations are tightening fast. Any next-generation aircraft, including the potential A390, must feature cutting-edge engines, lightweight composite materials, and highly efficient aerodynamics to meet future emissions standards. Furthermore, the timing might be perfect. By the mid-2030s, early A330 and 77 will begin retiring en masse. Airbus has a golden window to introduce a brand new widebody, one that's more efficient, more sustainable, and ready for the SAF and hydrogen-powered era. It seems Airbus has seen all of this coming, and this time they're not planning to repeat past mistakes. All signs point to one convergence: the Airbus A390, a symbol of ambition, resurgence, and possibly the final blow that catches Boeing completely off guard. It's amazing to have you still with us. We're on our way to hitting 70,000 subscribers, and you are a big part of that journey. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you won't miss any of our upcoming content. Thank you so much for your incredible support. Have you ever wondered how the A390 looked like? Right from the start, Airbus invested seriously and took a well-planned approach in developing the A390. They chose to craft it using a new generation of composite materials, lighter, stronger, and safer than ever. And the result is a radical reduction in aircraft weight, leading to superior fuel efficiency, lower carbon emissions, and reduced operating costs. The three main factors that every carrier wants. When the first whispers of the A390 surfaced, the aviation world buzzed with wild theories, including one suggesting Airbus might add an unprecedented third deck. That's crazy. But experts quickly dismissed the rumor. Airbus has no intention of repeating the mistakes of the A380. Adding another deck would make the aircraft too heavy, too complex, and too thirsty for fuel. A formula for disaster. And Airbus has learned, this time they're getting it right. The A390 is being designed as a single-deck wide-body, sleek, streamlined, and powerful. Crucially, it will be airport-friendly. Unlike the A380, which could only operate at 144 airports worldwide, the new aircraft's dimensions will allow it to land and take off from most major hubs. This opens the door for more flexible route planning, efficient network expansion, and operational agility that airlines desperately need. And this size will offer it a capacity of 400 to 450 passengers depending on the airline's cabin configuration, beating the Boeing 77X, which maxes out at 426. But here's the real knockout punch. A range of up to 11,780 miles, 1,840 kilometers. That's enough for non-stop flights between far-flung cities like New York and Sydney, London and Auckland, effortlessly crushing the 77-9's 8,383-mile range, and even the trip 77-8's 10,046 miles. And that's just the outside. Inside, the A390 will redefine the passenger experience for a twin-engine aircraft. The cabin is ultra-spacious, styled in a modern, minimalist, yet luxurious design, same as the legendary A380. It is also a powerful branding machine that helps airlines will be able to configure seating across a wide spectrum, from extra legroom economy to first-class suites with lie flatbeds, onboard bars, and even private lavatories. Larger windows let in more natural light, while advanced noise insulation ensures a quiet, serene journey. Air quality gets a major upgrade. A new filtration system maintains ideal humidity and cabin pressure, minimizing fatigue on long-haul flights. And the smart LED lighting system, which simulates daylight across time zones, keeps passengers' circadian rhythms in check and helps beat jet lag, a gamicker on ultra-long routes. But now, here's the part that is more amazing than whatever you can think about: the engines. Airbus is in active talks with Rolls-Royce to power this new aircraft with the Ultrafan cutting-edge high-bypass turbine engine that's been in development for over a decade. Ultrafan is expected to deliver up to 25% better fuel efficiency than current generation engines, dramatically slashing costs and emissions. Analysts believe this could mirror the success Airbus and Rolls-Royce achieved with the Trent XWB on the A350 and take it to the next level on the new aircraft. Moreover, in the cockpit, the A390 will represent the next frontier of flight tech. Augmented reality AR displays will enhance situational awareness, providing pilots with intuitive real-time data overlays. The latest generation fly-by-wire system ensures ultra-smooth, safe control. Most impressively, the aircraft will be equipped with AI and machine learning capabilities, allowing it to analyze massive amounts of sensor data and autonomously adjust in real time across every phase of flight from takeoff to landing. This reduces pilot workload while enhancing efficiency and safety. And that's not all. Airbus is pushing connectivity to new heights. The new aircraft will feature broadband satellite communication systems, keeping passengers connected at 40,000 feet. From email and video, calls to live streaming high-definition content, and joining virtual meetings, everything will work seamlessly in the sky. It's a huge win for business travelers who want to make every minute count, even in the air. Finally, the A390 is a future-proof platform designed to lead the transition to sustainable aviation fuel, SAF, and ready for hybrid electric and hydrogen propulsion systems. Airbus is also exploring low-emission ground and air operation procedures, setting the stage for this aircraft to become a true icon of greener, smarter aviation. Airbus struck at a time that couldn't be more critical. While Boeing is struggling through a series of crises, developing a new aircraft to counter the A390 is, at least for now, virtually impossible. First, the 777X program is already over 5 years behind schedule. This delay has hit airlines like Emirates hard, forcing them to spend heavily to temporarily upgrade aging wide-body fleets. Aircraft that were supposed to be replaced by the 777X long-term plans have been thrown into disarray, and trust is eroding. But that's not all. Boeing is also entangled in a messy certification process for the 737 MAX 7 and 10, all while facing immense pressure from regulators to overhaul its corporate culture and put safety and quality back at the center. Cracks in Boeing's wide-body strategy are becoming more and more visible. Then came another blow. A deadly accident involving a 787 operated by Air India reignited concerns about the Dreamliner's reliability at the worst possible moment. With a major and expanding customer like Air India, this was not just a technical failure. It was a direct hit to Boeing's credibility. In this situation, Boeing's only real option is to survive. It must urgently complete the TRIP 7X4 commercial service and then work through the remaining certification hurdles for the MAX 7 and 10. When these pressing challenges are resolved, can Boeing even begin to think about launching a new aircraft to reclaim ground from Airbus? And that, realistically, is still far away. Meanwhile, Airbus is accelerating. And remember, the battle for the skies is no longer a two-player game between Airbus and Boeing. New challengers are rising, bold and ambitious. From the east, China's Comermac is advancing with the C919, C929, and C939, seen as domestic replacements for both Boeing and Airbus. In the north, Russia's United Aircraft Corporation has launched the MC-20